Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. Today you join me at the mountain where we're going to be taking Old John home, and it's being a pretty difficult tractor to start right now. So me, Ezra, Natalie, and Granddad are all here trying to get it rolling and get it home. We had to bleed the fuel line, and we didn't bring the right wrench for that, so we had to call the neighbor over because we're a decent ways away from home. We had to call the neighbor over for the right size wrench, so very thankful for you. Speaking of thankful, the day I'm recording this, it's one day before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I'll take you over to the tractor now. You all are joining me in the 2140, which we call Old John. We just bled the fuel lines, and we tried taking it down this hill right here, but it didn't really start for us. We're pulling Big Blue, our truck, back up here so we can hook the battery, which is down in this battery box way down here, to the tractor. Then we're going to jump it. As I mentioned earlier, Old John, which is the tractor we're driving here, is a John Deere 2140. We use it as our main loading tractor for the mountain, and as we bale the hay up there, we put more and more into that barn. When we decide to take the bales home, we use Old John to load the trailer, and we usually just leave it there. But as of right now, it has a major hydraulic leak in the front loader, which is why we're taking it home. Usually, it starts right up, but the last time we loaded hay, Granddad let it run out of fuel. And for those of you that don't know, when a diesel tractor runs out of fuel, you have to bleed the lines to get the air out. And we kept on bleeding the lines up near the manifold, which that's a really difficult place to get to. And it didn't want to start for us, but we called Granddad's good mechanic friend, Coy, and Coy told us that all we needed to do was bleed the lines in a much easier spot, which is right there beside the loader bracket. And so we used Coy's advice, and we put a little bit of ether in the engine, and it started right up. So I want to thank the neighbor and Coy for their help in getting Old John started so we can get it worked on. As I said earlier, it was one day before Thanksgiving at the time of recording, so happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I know as of posting, well, it'll be a little bit late saying that, but still, happy Thanksgiving. We hope that you ate good and had a very needed break. And on another topic, the mountain route there was my first real road drive with a tractor. I drove from the farm to the mountain in one of our pieces of haying equipment, which, if you don't know, that's like the mower, the tedder, the rake, the baler, stuff like that. And the mountain was also my first time baling. And at the time, it was only me and Granddad who were able to work, so Granddad put me up in the baler tractor because I was having really bad allergies and I couldn't rake. And I did pretty good, and Granddad has said since then that I make some of the best bales on the farm, and those bales go on to our cows, and you all get to see the whole process of why they taste so good. And if you want to taste them for yourselves, check out our Facebook page. We've got postings every now and then for beef that we've sold, and you can come in and claim some yourself. Just look out for a post by us, and if you're one of the first people, you'll be able to claim it. I know I'm probably boring you all now, so I'll skip to the part where we park the tractor. Until then, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and it really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page and check out our previous videos. They're all just as good, if not better, than this one. Behind me is Old John. We just drove it from the mountain. I think I'll put in the part where I was driving, at least some of it. It's got a couple of bad hydraulic leaks, so we're gonna have to work on that some. You all are joining me now a little bit after where we last left off, and I'm here with Ezra, and we're gonna get on the 300, which is another toy that we got here at the farm. We don't have many. The other two are sitting right there. The red one and the white one. Those are our other toys. This four-wheeler here is actually Nolan's though, but me and Ezra are gonna take it out so we can do soil samples. Now, it did just have a little sprinkle. There wasn't much, just enough to get the seat a little bit wet. It shouldn't hurt our soil sample results though. So I'm gonna take you all out to Granddad, and then he's gonna give us the go-ahead to do soil samples, and I'll see you all then. We got the go-ahead. We're out here at our first location. We call this one the Joey Field because it's next to our neighbor Joey, and it's got some poor spots, so we're gonna want to pull from those so that we know exactly what to put on the whole field to get the best yield. This right here is our first spot. The first thing we want to do is take off some of the grass on top. So we'll just want to like dig a little bit and scoop away. The reason we want to do this is so that we get to the soil that's underneath. We're just going to get one scoop here. We'll get a scoop on the other side way over there. Scoop over here, scoop over there. You know, just to make sure we get all the bases covered. So what we're going to want to do is get a big scoop of it, just like so. We're going to take our bag, we're going to put the scoop in the bag. Now we'll go on to the next spot. We filled out the one for this field. Now we're going to move on to field number 1. If you all don't know, this is the field that is behind/beside Natalie's house, and it stretches from pretty much right beside her house all the way back. So we got to get roughly 4 or 5 samples from there. We finished the samples for field number 1. Now it's time to take a peek in our box and see which field we have next. And I believe it is Bucks Field. We finished up with Bucks Field, and our next field is going to be the Long Field. So we've just finished up Bucks Field, and I'm going to give you all a quick rundown of where we've been so far. We started way out the road there at what we call the Joey Field. And then we came up our road and went in right beside Natalie's house. And then we went to field number 1, which is all that down there, and then back up. And then we went through here down there, up here, and now right here where we're standing. Behind me right now is our gooseneck flatbed, which we use to haul all of our hay. And I thought it would be a good time, since we're going by it, to give a quick shout out to Natalie, because if you all may remember, the trailer used to be a rusty red and the boards used to be, well, broken. Natalie decided that she wanted to change that, so she got a bunch of black paint and she got some white paint and she got to work. This is what our flatbed looks like now. It looks a million times better. The boards on it, they're nice and
Smooth.
Relatively new.
Smooth.
Newer than the old ones, and they're a lot better. The flatbed is now black with Woodcock Farms right here. And if you're wondering, it is on both sides. So we real quick just wanted to say thank you to Natalie, and it looks amazing. We just ended right over there. Whenever we took the last sample, we went out the gate, and then there's the flatbed that we were talking about. Now we're gonna go through right here. Ezra, you can stay there and you can hook those back up. Let's go to the long field. We'll let Ezra get back on. Now that Ezra's on, let's actually get to the long field. This is the pond fence that we built in the video titled Digging Holes and Helping Cows. We also built part of this fence during Project Spring Break, if you all remember that video. Oh gosh. That completes the long field. We're going to the magic box again, and now we have the blackberry patch. Typically, whenever people think of farming, they think of the machinery like tractors or combines or, you know, stuff like that. But oftentimes people don't think about having to get samples of soil from all of your fields to ship them off somewhere to know what kind of fertilizer and how much of it. And people also don't think about winterizing your tractors, which is something that was planned for today. I'm not sure if we got to it or not. Granddad may have. I wasn't there for it if he did. But if he hasn't, then that's something I want to try to catch on video at some point. Unfortunately, we won't be able to today because they are fixing to head off to church. Their church starts a little earlier than ours normally does, and we are trying to get all of the soil samples done today so that we don't have to worry about it tomorrow at Thanksgiving or any other day after that. So to get to the blackberry patch, way over there, we've got to go through, put the
tobacco barn field and cut down at the bottom. That's the easiest way for us on the four-wheeler. So, let's go. Lost your phone over there. We're finished with the blackberry patch, and let's check the box of truth again. So we pull this out, we got the old barn field. So the way we'll do that, we'll cut through down here this way, and we'll go straight in. Alright, well, we finished this field. Now we've only got 3 more left in here. So, let's see what the box holds now. The lower field. I've got a hole in my pants. No wonder my knees felt cold. Well, we got a majority of the fields done before the GoPro died. We knew it would be close, but it did die before we got to do the lower field. We got those done, and the last one in there that we could do here was the tobacco barn field, which that's the field we had to go through to get to the blackberry patch. The very last field will be the mountain. We didn't do it this morning whenever we were there, so we'll have to do it another time. We got plenty done today. Got the tractor home, got the soil samples done, we got to feed. That was a majority of what we needed to do. Again, big thank you to our neighbor. And speaking of thanks, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And until next time, see ya.